You're sitting at a table in a crowded restaurant. In front of you sits a half-eaten Cobb salad, 2 champagne glasses, one sporting a cigarette floating in its guts. The energy is fabulous. Waiters and finely dressed men with their 2 young, smiling female acquaintances buzz past in a finely choreographed dance, always moving, and yet somehow defying fate, never colliding. The decorations are set to look like a Roman garden festooned with red silk, overflowing fruit baskets, and large clay pitchers containing sweet mulled wine. As you sit here and take in all these things in one breath, you're filled with an inner peace. And then you exhale, and you ask yourself, how did I come to be in this place? Am I dreaming? Where am I? You're still calm. The splendor of the surroundings has disarmed you. Never in your life have you ever dreamed of being in a place with this fine, effete and delicate, surrounded by so many fine, happy people. You try and focus. Your memory is inaccessible. You look up and see the table spread before you, covered in half-eaten food you've never seen. Your eyes ascend. The empty chair across the table seems to scream with questions. Who was this person to you? What were the last things you said to them? And then, with a sudden pang of fear, will they still know me? All these questions long to burst out of you, but you are held back. You feel as though you are watching a play, sitting in the theater as if it would be rude to question what has yet to play out. The crowd spins. The spinning slows and you look up. The crowd begins to part, undulating like a living thing in the wake of their retreat shone of blinding light. A figure steps into the abscess left by the crowd, filling light and unsquinting your eyes. The figure draws closer. It is now clear they intend to sit across from you, and your heart has begun to beat. Faster and faster until the swirling tide of questions in your mind may overflow. Now the prospect of answers is manifesting. You find yourself afraid of what you might hear. The figure moves into the light, and his hand has lightly touched the back of his chair. You recognize him as if through a dream. In front of you stands Patrick Stewart, and in one look, you know you are his lover. He asks if you're all right. He has noticed your flush and wild eyes. You don't know how to respond. He sits and begins an anecdote about his foray to the bathroom. He lights up another cigarette, and despite yourself, you feel disapproving, as if you and he had an argument on this very issue. Is this who you are? The lover of a man you have never met, have never desired? Yet here you sit. In his eyes you feel recognition. While you struggle to piece things together, Patrick has paid the bill. He stands and you feel yourself doing the same. He takes your arm and escorts you unharmed through the bustling dance. The faces that you pass seem almost fixed, encased in wax. You wonder if they feel the same way you do, trapped in an ever-turning world, trying desperately to catch a moment to reflect. Wonder, how did I get here? You reach the car waiting out front. The door is open and you sit. The door shuts and you hear Patrick outside, his voice angry. You wonder why you haven't gotten up. Open the door. Run. You have full control. You're in your body, yet you stay. And when Patrick sits next to you, the car pulls away. Patrick's in a mood. You've been ambushed by a truckie outside the car. He's a good storyteller, and you smile despite how lost you feel. You're fearful that the further you let yourself go, the further away your old self, old life will get. That one day you may look back and just remember sitting at a table waiting for Patrick. The person you were, consumed by the catalytic event that Patrick represented. This fear grows stronger as the car passes bridges, tunnels, and street lights that grow bright, then disappear into the liquid night. You have another fear. You worry this duality in your personality could hurt Patrick, could hurt the possibility that together you represent. In your worry, you feel your hand reach out into space. It's met halfway, and one look, you know your worries are won. You have made up your mind. The car carries you forward, and with every mile the memory of who you were grew smaller, until family, distant friends, and long-lost lovers faded and became like lyrics to a half-remembered song. A catalyst is a moment, 1 second that sends you hurtling into eternity. The changes we bear cut deeper than wounds and trap you in a rhizome of your own creation. As the car reaches its destination, you understand. You step out of the car, into your life. You spend many years with Patrick. You have no children, which you both agree is for the best. For many years you are inseparable, reading together in the grass outside your country mansion, laughing at the world from within your comfortable shell. After 30 years, Patrick dies. His final words are, "I've always known."